Good morning, it's Kat Bambini, Peace Punk Production, and if you watched the last video, quite a few people did, I'm surprised. Thank you. Welcome to the new viewers, I have a couple new subscribers, welcome. 11, that means twin flame, my timer. We're gonna talk today about morning routine, so if you watched the last video, we talked about sleep. If your sleep is cool, you're cool. And you can work on this anyway, for when you get better sleep. So I'm going to ask the angels, spirit to come in and make sure that I keep on point. So when you get up in the morning, say it's 6. It doesn't have to be 6. That's extreme, right? Like not everybody gets up at 6 unless you have a child or like a 9 to 5 or, whatever it is. For me, it's just a challenge because I was sleeping in for a long time. And so I'll get up at 6. Sometimes it's a little later. I don't use an alarm, but you can use an alarm. I don't like them. They're just like so abrasive, and it just brings me back to Vietnam. Not Vietnam, but Nam, like corporate days. So in education, 111, twin flame. So we're pretty fruity here. When you get up in the morning, hopefully you're not floundering around going, what day is it, scrambling, pulling your stuff together, running out the door with your jacket kind of on your arm. A lot of people do that, cause a lot of fights. Somebody was remarking once that their favorite time during the day, I think it was a Redditor, was that in between when they're getting coffee, making the espresso, getting ready for work, they kiss their lover goodbye. That early morning, those in between hours when you get up a little early so you can do some meditation, you can journal. Usually, I'll just give you an example of what I do, but that doesn't make it better than anything else. It's just what I've decided is my routine to get stuff done, get shit done. Pardon my French. Hopefully my grandma's not watching. Love you, Grandma. She said that cuss words are just irrelevant. She's right sometimes. Although I haven't explained to her that some of them have actually hit the dictionary. But I just didn't, stuff happens. So I'll let her know. I just didn't know how to bring it to her attention. So that some cuss words are so popular now that they're in the dictionary, but that's neither here nor there. So you get up, if you drink coffee, I like to make iced coffee. I ran out of filters, to be honest, and I haven't gotten any ones yet, but usually I would make a drip or just pour some iced coffee from the batch I made the day before, and that way I could just get it right down my throat quicker. Speaking of which, coffee made me do it. You can always blame coffee. So if you make that part of your morning routine, you can always blame it later. Although for a while, like I recommend in the high vibe video, I said drink some lemon water because that's really going to clean out your system. You've been sleeping all night. It's really acidic. That balances it out, which is really funny because lemon is acidic, right? So you would think that it would not turn your body to alkaline. So look into that. But either coffee, lemon water, some people drink cucumber water. A friend who drinks cucumber water. Get up. I used to do yoga stretches in the morning. Now when I get up at 6, I just get in the shower. I take as long as I need it, and I usually stretch in the shower. You can do that. You can stretch anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be on a mat. It doesn't have to be official. I think that's what hangs a lot of people up. If you do have a yoga routine, I try to keep it gentle in the morning. Some people do really active. I used to get really aggressive. I would use the app Alo, A-L-O. They usually have an intro deal for a year. I don't get paid by these guys. I just recommend things I like. And they taught me all sorts of yoga moves, but in the end I just went to yin yoga, which I'll talk about later. It's very gentle and it heals your emotional body and your fascia, your tissue. It's just very slow, so it repatterns your nervous system. I've been doing that for about 2 years in a studio and self-taught and through the app. I started with an instructor there, Jonah. Check him out if you're into it. It's really how I started yin yoga. It's nothing fancy, just the Alo app. There's a really good teacher named Jonah, and he's the only person on there that teaches yin yoga, so you'll find it if you're looking for it. So you can do a couple stretches. A lot of times what I told my mom and anybody else that when I'm sharing what happens when I get off the exercise path is I just make myself do a stretch or something. Like if you have done a whole routine, 444, somebody needs to look that up. I know who. If you've done a whole routine for a while and you fall off of it, sometimes you can beat yourself up, right? Don't beat yourself up, just do a stretch, modify, okay? The point is to be consistent and do it every day. So you get up, make coffee, do stretches. You can do a gratitude journal. I don't have mine with me, but I would show you. It's basically just the I am gratitude journal. And every day you write 3 things you're grateful for, you write how you want to feel that day, and you write your goals for the day. And it's been really effective. I'm on my 3rd book. They're about $20. You can buy them online. It's basically the I am gratitude journal. And she sends you positive affirmations every day. So a lot of times when I look at my email inbox, I'm like, oh God, it's just like, bleh, But I get her I am affirmations every day and they cheer me up. She said somebody had written her a negative comment about her positive affirmations. I'm like, are you serious? Somebody got annoyed by the daily positivity coming into their inbox. So you don't have to subscribe to that. But if you do get that journal, you can. Once again, I don't make any money off of that. It's just something that I've been using. I think they advertised it to me on Instagram and I was like, all right, I'll buy it. You can use it for manifesting, stuff like that. I also have a regular artist journal that I'll write down every day, and this is imperative, my gratitude list, okay? Especially if I'm feeling particularly bitchy, okay? Sometimes it's like pages. Sometimes it's hard to write. So there was one day where I was like doing sarcastic gratitude. I was just like getting up in the morning, just it was stuff that you would not necessarily be grateful for, well, depending on the day. I can't think of the examples, but you can do that. You can be totally like, I'm grateful for this bad coffee I got that was burnt. Like for me, I lost my earbud. I said it vanished into thin air, and believe me, I'm sure people are like, I could find it. Well, I'd hope so, but I couldn't. I called the Angels, they weren't there. I meant to lose the earbud. Nothing helped me find it. I don't know what my point was. I was grateful that I lost the earbud because what happened was, as a result, I got to know my eardrums better, the depth and the scope. They weren't just like, struggling. I didn't spend all day doing lip syncing songs. I actually did other productive stuff, which I do, but sometimes I spend too much time on lip syncing songs, If I just did one, people would be more excited. So there's that. And then you have your day ahead, right? So I do my videos. Usually I try to do them in the morning, but if I don't have the inspiration, because I go by spirit and prompting. Did you see that white light? The angels are like, yes, you go by spirit and prompting. And the skeptics are like, dude, you just moved in front of the camera. That made the light funny. Or you set that up. Sure, whatever you want to believe, okay? I know my angels were not there when I lost my earbud. I know that they're there most of the other time. And I call them. There's a whole list of them I have. So you can find your angels, get to know them, find the angel book, look online, get to know who your angels are, ask them for help with your routine. Why is it important to have a routine? Why is she going on and on? Why is she blathering? Everybody's probably just as excited about a morning routine as you are about positive affirmations, keeping high vibe. 6 a.m., you're like, what is going on with her? Well, once you get used to it, you actually start to feel good. And then if you lose your routine, you'll feel like you're missing something. Now, you don't want to get too dependent on it. There's a book I read a lot called Sermon on the Mount, and it's a scientific study of the Bible. I'm a nihilist, but I enjoy it because it talks about the Beatitudes. It talks about how to behave around people. And it talks about the spirit of the law, how if you have a routine, you shouldn't get too caught up in the routine. That's the lighting, right? You shouldn't get too caught up in the routine. You should get caught up in how it feels and being authentic, right? So if the spirit in you, if the angels of whatever, the lighting in the room tells you that you shouldn't do that routine that day, then listen to it, okay? Because your goal is to listen to your heart. And that's what I want to teach you on here really, is to follow your own self. So you want to listen to your heart, and as long as you're following that, you can't go wrong, because even if somebody argues with you, even if somebody tells you that you're wrong, you know you followed your heart, okay? And that's all that matters. When it comes down to it, that's what you want to do every day. So you don't want to get too stuck in your routine that you're using it to like judge yourself against other people, or you're just using it to beat yourself up. That's opposed. So if you're having a hard time keeping a routine, go slowly. Maybe your morning routine is to roll out of bed and lay on the floor moaning for like an hour. That's your routine. Every morning I get up, I roll out of bed, I moan for an hour, and then I figure it out. It used to be like that for me. Sometimes it is. Drinking lots of water helps, I have to add. Make sure you drink tons of water. I'm gonna pitch Quotable Integrity again. They have one on water, look it up. If you feel like you're getting dehydrated, you're not getting enough water, listen to the subliminal on water. It's so soothing. It's like something out of, I don't know. It's just really interesting. But get water. So this spirit's telling me to wrap it up. And anything else, angels? Good luck with your. They told me good luck with my interview. I have an interview. I thought they were telling somebody out there good luck with their interview. Wish me luck with my interview, I guess. An interview for something. So, morning routine. You can add some subliminals too. I usually add positive affirmations. That's the first thing I do because my head, like I told you in the positive affirmation video, has a default of you suck, and it will just start going off about I'm poor, da 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 da, and that just doesn't get anybody anywhere, okay? You have to learn that. You want your brain to be pounding, it's driving me nuts, to be pounding positive affirmations 24/7. They're gonna feel weird. Watch that video, get into the habit, wake up, put on Rockstar affirmations or anything else that you find. You'll probably find something you like more. Don't worry about liking what I like, okay? Just find your own positive affirmations. If you need them validated, you can come here, write in the comments. I can look at it for you, okay? For now, well, we're small. 1111, make a wish, think about all your positive affirmations. There's another app I want to recommend too for your morning routine. It's called I Am. And it basically lets you customize your affirmations and it reminds you during the day to check on them, okay? And make sure that you read them out loud to yourself. So you can make up things like, I am hella wealthy, okay? And I have to remind you, you're gonna have to watch the positive affirmation video. Some of you are gonna be like, well, that's a lie. Well, you have to imagine, like Einstein said, you have to imagine before you can create something. So you have to lie to yourself about positive affirmations. It sounds so crappy. Until you believe them and they start happening, and then you'll see that you've created your own reality because thoughts are energy. Negative hate thoughts are energy. You can feel it. That's why certain thoughts get so stuck in your head. They'll go round and round if you have that. They're energy. Some is more strong than others. So you want to counteract it with positive energy so that there's enough of that in your system. The angels are definitely telling me that I need to wrap it up. That's it for today, guys. Okay, we're going to continue tomorrow with probably, we'll see. Okay, we'll see how this goes. But let me know what your morning routine is. What do you do in the morning? Do you get up, drink water or coffee, do yoga, write in your journal, plan your day, map your day out? The other thing I write in my journal after the gratitude is my mood that I want for the day. So I'll be like, killer. Killer is gonna be the day today. Confident, you know, exotic, whatever you want to focus your mood on that day, because you choose your feelings and your mood too. You get to choose which ones you indulge in. We can get into that later if you're interested. So that's all, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.